Z. Z is for Zion. What symbolizes the believer's hope of a better world? It is Zion, or Jerusalem. Zion is a city of Yahweh, a place of fortress where God secures his people forever. Prophet Joel prophesies that, and everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. For on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem there will be deliverance, as the Lord has said, even among the survivors whom the Lord calls. It was the earthly Zion that stood as a symbol of deliverance and restoration of the people of God from oppression and bondage. While in captivity, they would fondly remember Zion and long for the day that they would return. The day that God will return them from their captivity to Zion, his holy city. The prophets also featured Zion and its role as they wrote about the day of the Lord, when the Lord will bring judgment to the wicked as well as deliverance to the people of God. Everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will find true justice and deliverance. It will be a time of renewal of Jerusalem, God's holy city, where the people of God will take refuge forever. Speaking of the second coming of Jesus, Peter writes that the day of the Lord will come like a thief. The heavens will disappear with a roar. The elements will be destroyed by fire, and the earth and everything done in it will be laid bare. While at the same time, believers look forward to the day of God and speed its coming, looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth where righteousness dwells. This holy city, the Bible tells us, will descend from heaven. John writes that one of the 7 angels carried me away in the spirit to a mountain great and high, and showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God. It shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel, like a jasper, clear as crystal. Zion is the perfection of beauty, not just because its walls are decorated with every kind of precious stone, or that its streets are paved with gold. It is a beautiful city, especially because Jesus is there. John continues to write that the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are its temple. The city does not need the sun or the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and the Lamb is its lamp. The city shines with the glory of God, prepared as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. The city of God will be God's dwelling place with his people forever. John writes that, look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and he will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. God will make sure of it, because nothing impure will ever enter it, nor will anyone who does what is shameful or deceitful, but only those whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life. This is why believers look forward to Zion with hope. God in the beginning created a perfect world. He placed human beings in his beautiful garden called Eden, where there was no death or mourning or crying or pain. He looked at everything that he created, and indeed it was very good. However, with sin came death, bloodshed, sorrows, pain, and mourning. Humanity surely began to die. God's original plan for humanity had been polluted. But God, through Jesus Christ, is reconciling the world to himself. Just as Jesus transited from life to death and back to life, so will the perfect world which God created, having transited from perfection at creation to imperfection at the fall, will transit back to perfection in the New Jerusalem. So while the Bible records that believers will go to heaven with Jesus as the second coming, it will only be for a while, the millennium. Heaven is not our final destination. The New Jerusalem will return to this earth with all those who have been redeemed by the Lamb and have their names written in the Lamb's book of life. Just as it was God's original plan for human beings to occupy and have dominion on earth before there was sin or evil, human beings will again fulfill this mandate in Zion, the new earth. At this time, God will effectively bring an end to the great controversy that has ravaged the earth. He will destroy Satan and his angels and the wicked in the lake of fire. The city of God will therefore have rest on all sides. God will establish his eternal kingdom on earth, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth. Then the saints of God will sing, "Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised in the city of our God. His holy mountain, beautiful in elevation, is the joy of all the earth. Mount Zion in the far north, the city of the great King. Within her citadels, God has made himself known as a fortress. Z is for Zion.